Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to another Flossy Friday. Welcome if you are new, and if you've been around for a while, welcome back. Yeah. This week I still only have 2 things to show you progress on, and one of them is not so impressive. The other one, I'm actually really proud of myself, and I'm really going to try so very hard to make it a finish this year. But if I can't, it is what it is. But I think I can. So we'll go with that for right now. I also have a little bit to show you guys as far as haul, but not really. Leave that alone, please. Sorry, Potter. Oh, and I wore this yesterday to my work Christmas party. I wore a Snoopy shirt today, but I put it back on because this is so flipping cute. And I absolutely love it. Look at this. Isn't it adorable? It's a Santa Potter wearing Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. My dad got it for me last year. It didn't fit so great. But I have now been training for a month and had my food changed for about three and a half weeks now. And I'm officially down 20 pounds. So fits a whole lot better this year. And so I finally wore it and was like excited and proud to wear it. So that's a really awesome accomplishment. The downside to all this training and working out is that I haven't stitched as much. So I'm still, again, trying to find that balance that I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. But in January, it should be a little bit better because both of our nights of training with our trainer, the times are getting moved earlier. So we were doing Tuesdays at 6:30 to 7:30 and Thursdays from 7:30 to 8:30. Tuesdays and Thursdays are now going to start at 6. So, bless. Okay, let's just jump into it. I have a tiny bit of haul and 2 WIPs to show you, and then we'll talk about plans, and that's pretty much all that I have for you this week. I tried to get Potter, but he's sleeping in his chair. So there's that. Okay, so this is my fruit of the month by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I'm working on the figs. I've been working on the figs. But like I said, there were several days this week that I just could not stitch. We had a coworker's birthday. We had our Christmas party at lunch. So I didn't get as much done on 12 Days of Christmas either, but I'm pretty proud of where I'm currently at. And I think I can totally get it finished before the end of the year, which is what's important to me at this point. But my fruit of the month, I'm still impressed with where I'm at, okay? So I finished up the strawberries. I have 3 months completely done out of 12. This one has to be done by December, the first week of December next year, 2020. And I have half of the figs done. So I'm at a good point. I'm going to stop. I'm officially going to stop working on my fruit of the month for this month. And I was thinking about it, and I think it's a good idea for me to stop with a fruit kind of in the middle of production whenever I leave off each month to work on it, because I mean, it took me a hot minute to remember whenever I was finishing up the strawberry how I had done the positioning and how I had calculated like where the next one was supposed to start and all of that. So if I leave one half finished, I think it'll be easier for me to figure it out, if that makes sense. So I think that's going to be the goal every time that I work on this throughout this next year, to finish and start the next one and then like leave it like in a half finished state fruit, if that makes sense. This is 18 count Picture This Plus in Whirlpool. I just really love this fabric, and I'm really excited to get this one done this year. Yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun working on it, but I do need to put it away because I have other ones that I really want to work on that are more in the realm of Christmas. And so, you know, I want to work on some Christmassy things in the next week and a half before the new year. So this is where it is fully is at. I just took it out of the hoop for you. So 3 completed months, 4th underway. So I'm at a good point right now to having this done by December if I work on it a little bit each month. So I'm excited about that. This pattern is super adorable, super easy, but deceivingly so many colors in each month, but it is worth it because it looks amazing. All right, so the next one that I have is my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I was gonna say Fruit of the Month Club. No, it's not. It's the 12 Days of Christmas. So I have color completed some colors in the last few days, and I officially have half of the border stitched, which is a big deal for this one. This is one of their patterns that has the lace border. It's beautiful. It's a single color, but it's tedious. Not gonna lie, it is tedious, but you kind of get in a pattern and it starts to go faster. And I have a little bit of blocks 9, 10, and 11 to finish. So this is where I'm at. So I finished 50% of the border, like officially. You can see that they stop and at the same place on each side. So I'm 50% done, which was really exciting because if I can't color complete at a time, I like to throw away pages of working copies. Like I like to lessen the paper in my Ziploc bag. You know what I mean? So it's really exciting for me to do that. So half of the border is done. I just have to replicate this on the bottom half. And this is where I am at on the bottom half. So what I have done so far is I finished up the pinks and I did her hair and their faces and their expressions and their eyes. So that's what I've been working on. I did take this back home with me. I did get to work on the border a fair amount whenever I was at my dad's last weekend, which is why a good chunk of it got done. And then the last few days I've been working on these blocks and finishing up bringing the border down to a 50% finish. So I'm working on some of the other colors that there's just like a little bit here and there in these 2 blocks. And then once I have what I can color complete done here, I'm going to work on the border and then move it and keep going. So this one I'm going to take with me to my dad's for Christmas because, like I said, as I'm dwindling down the colors, this one is really easy to travel with. And I don't mind the sparkle on this one because it is a lighter fabric. So this is a Pictures Plus crystal fabric. You can see the sparkles shifting in there. And this is on doubloon, and this is a 14 count because I started this back in 2015, I believe. 2015 or 2016. It might be 2016. It was a while ago, guys. But I didn't venture out of my comfort zone too much as far as what size counts I was using and the types of fabrics that I was using. Like I had never tried linen at this point, only Aida, and I think I only was using 14 and 16 at the time. And sometimes 18 if the pattern didn't call for it, but I think I started the giant Harry Potter one by Cloud Factory that year, and to fit it on a piece of fabric that I could easily get to dye myself at Hobby Lobby, I had to do it on an 18 count. So that's what I mean. Like it was, if the pattern was too big and I needed a large piece of fabric and it was easily accessible for me to do that and make it 18. So I mostly, anyways, had 14 count back whenever I started this, but I love it. I really do. I'm glad to be getting it finished, honestly. So that is a plus, is getting this completed. So I don't have that many colors left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 colors, and then I have the 1 color for the border. So 6 colors, but you know what I mean. So I am really excited to get this one finished. It has been on my WIP list for way too long, and it needs to become a pillow like the Christmas one and the Halloween one that have the same layout structure. Okay, so, God, that was such a long ramble about this pattern. Okay, so my little bit of haul that I have is my pattern that was on back order from my birthday gift order at 123 Stitch that Heather gave me, and the one that was on back order was Rack Stack from Plum Street Samplers. I just really thought that it was cute. I love deer, but I was an ag major, so I thought it would be kind of fun to make it a little bit more hunty looking, but I just think it's really cute. He's adorable. The baby's adorable. The mom is adorable. I'm waiting for there to be a panda stack, honestly. A panda or a koala or a cat or a dog. Anyways, so I'm tempted to get the pig one because I did raise a pig in FFA in high school. So, I don't know, the ones that are more like domestic animals other than pandas, obviously, are the ones that I'm like super, super interested in kind of like collecting. But I just thought this one was really, really beautiful, and I really liked it, and I like deer, and so I just wanted to have it. But it wasn't in my haul last video because it was on back order. That was a lot of explanation for something being on back order. Okay. Then my last little bit of haul is my final 2 fabrics in the Baker's Dozen. So I did sign up for the Baker's Dozen 2020, but I did call Dreama today and I got out of the Baker's Dozen. I will still get January's because it's a 30-day cancellation thing, which I totally understand. But next year, I truly, honestly, I have so much fabric. And if I really need a piece of a certain color, I'm gonna buy that piece of that certain color if I don't already have it and can't dye something that I like, whatever. Because I really, really need to be fiscally responsible and hone in on my spending. And I have so much fabric, I need to start using more of the fabric that I have. So, I need to be more fiscally responsible this next year. I want to be more fiscally responsible this next year, and I don't need 13 more fabrics. So I will get a January Baker's Dozen piece of fabric, but then my Baker's Dozen is being canceled for the rest of the year. Maybe I'll join back in 2021 with that. But for this next year, I have, a trip or two that I really need to take to go see some family and some stuff like that. And I just need to wiggle around where I'm spending money that I don't need to be spending, if that makes sense. So that way I can save up for some of that stuff because that needs to take priority this next year, 100%. So, anyways, here's my final 2 for the 2019 Baker's Dozen. So for this month, and remember, these are both 32 count Picture This Plus Luganas, and they are in the 1/4 size, which is now the smallest that you can get, unless obviously they do a special sale again. But this is in pewter, which is a light blue based gray. So it's a really good neutral, but it has a light blue undertone that you can kind of see maybe up against my sweater. Kind of. You can kind of see that. So light modeling, but very, very beautiful. A white and blue-based silvery gray. Very, very nice. So this piece will definitely get a lot of use. Either one really nice bigger piece or a couple of smaller pieces, 1 to 2 smaller pieces, maybe 3 depending on obviously the size. And then the last one is Earthen, which is a really nice neutral, a pink toned brown beige color, kind of like kind of similar to my skin tone actually, but very nice modeling with a like slightly darker, again, pink toned brown, kind of like a dusty rose, dusty pink background with beige brown on top. You can see the modeling pretty well back here, and that's pretty true to color. So again, a really nice piece that will be great for a neutral, so almost anything can go on this, which is really nice. And there's always some freebies that come with the fabric, and I usually don't really like a whole lot of them, but I kept out this one. It says these are like more Christmassy, and this one says friends, the best gift of all. I thought it was kind of cute. And then this one is super, oh, and that one is by Sisters. Is it just called Sisters? I'm not really sure. Sisters and Best Friends. I don't know if that's the name of the designers or not. And then this one is a bright needle design called Christmas Eve. And this one is super cute. It's a little house with some little trees and a little doggy, and then Santa flying over, and you can see just the little tail end of one of the reindeer. Good Lord, Kelly, what is wrong with you? I'm really tired, and it's only 5:45 in the evening this Friday, so my house is making me sick. So I have off work until January 2nd. So the next few days before I go back home for Christmas, Potter, stop. Jesus Cristo. Stop, please. Leave the tree alone. I kind of can't wait until I put my tree up. Stop. Anyways, so before, maybe if I can do this. There you go. Y'all can have him in the background. Before I go back home to my dad's, I am going to be cleaning my house. It is driving me insane, but I haven't had time. If I've been at home, I've been wanting to sleep, changing to go to the gym, spending a little bit of time with that guy, and just trying to relax, but mostly sleeping. So, I have things that I want to clean. I have things that I want and need to do. Some Christmas shopping left to do. And some things left to make for Christmas. So that's mostly what I'm going to be doing. You act like I don't see you. I see you. Anyways, anyone else have a defiant cat like this? It's only at Christmas time. Usually he leaves things that are not his alone. It's only the Christmas tree. I'm not understanding. So, I've never understood it. He's obsessed with the thing. Yeah. So, anyways, foot. I got your foot. I got your tail. Anyways, so, I'm going to be doing that tonight and probably tomorrow, and stitching as much as I possibly can. So what am I going to be stitching on? So from now until the end of the year, I want to finish the 12 Days of Christmas, hands down. I'm taking that to my dad's. It's going to be really easy to work on while I'm at my dad's. Otherwise, I'm going to be working on Christmas rules. I wanted to work more on the Christmas cottage one that I just started, and I need to get a move on Christmas rules. It's one on my list to have done for next year by November. I have like the hiccups now. So I really need to start working on it. I barely have like the top piece done, and I just need to work on it. I mean, that's just bottom line. I need to get it out. I want to work on that one. I want to get some headway on it. Even if I only get like 2 or 3 rules done, I want to get the top banner, and my goal will be to finish like 2 to 3 rules. And if I still have more time before the end of the year, that's what I'm going to work on till the end of the year, except for while I'm at my dad's. And it's going to be all hands on deck for the 12 Days of Christmas. New Year's Day, I am starting The Long Winding Way by Blackbird Designs, because that one I have to have finished by the February meeting. And once I get started on one of those, I just hardcore go for it, because I love stitching the Beatles ones so much. So it's going to be really easy to knock that one out. So the next like week or so, I definitely know what I want to work on. There are other ones that I could totally pull out and work on, but I have my heart set on finishing this one that has been a WIP for a very long time, and getting some work done on the Christmas rules. So that's just kind of where I am with it at this point. And so I'm excited about that. And like I said, my plans are always constantly changing, but that's where I'm driven right now. So that's the goal, the plan for right now. But otherwise, it's almost Christmas, guys. It is almost Christmas, and I'm excited to have several days at home to myself with this angry marshmallow over here, to have some time with him, and to go back home and see family and some of my friends. One of my friends who's in the military, he's gonna be in town this next week. He comes home tomorrow. So I'm really excited to see people, spend time with people, and then also spend some time with myself, get some really good stitching in, and just vibe out for the beginning of 2020. It is going to be a new decade. I mean, that's absolutely insane. I'm also still just amused at myself that I'm sitting at 50 finishes. So I'm kind of like, oh, I could knock one more out, right? So we'll see. But I mean, that's the plan, that's the goal, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, this year has been amazing. And I know that it's not over yet. I will have a video next Friday. So after Christmas, I will have one more video before the end of the year. And that one's going to be good. So wink, wink. Stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I hope that everybody has a safe and merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate that, I just hope that you have a fantastic week. And yeah, let me know what y'all are doing for holiday. Anything special, working on any specific projects? Have you gotten all of your Christmas shopping and crafting done? Because sis is running behind. So anyways, I will talk to y'all next time. Thank you so much for being amazing, and I will see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.